saying this aspect of science is a very big challenge to many people. A very big challenge to many people. Because I went to one school, so they asked me to come and teach their SS3 students to prepare them for WAEC. So I went to this school, I saw some of the SS3 students, so I asked them a question. I asked an SS3 student, 3 plus 1. I asked the girl 3 plus 1. So she was confused. She was like, I asked her, why are you insulting me now? You understand? I asked the girl 3 plus 1. Yes, was now like, sir, why are you insulting me now? You are insulting me. Then I asked that boy, 2 minus 1. That was said Jesus. Sir, 2 minus 1 is 1 now, and 3 plus 1 is 4. So why I don't understand? So I was not telling them that there is a way I will change this equation. You don't understand it. And this, you see, because some people fail to learn this thing in their JSS 1. You understand? And they're having problem. So there is a way now I will change this equation. Many people are having problem with this. There's a way I will change this equation now. Many people start having problem with this. You understand? Like for example, like if I say, if I not ask you minus 1 plus 2. I ask it now. If I not ask you minus 1 plus 2, you know somebody will not start. Now I ask the girl, the boy, the boy I asked this question, 2 minus 1. That's like the same girl, I also ask her again. I asked her, what about plus 1 plus 3? What's the answer? And she was confused. Do you understand? You see confusion now? If I now ask the person plus 1 plus 3, she's now confused. But I ask her 3 plus 1, she says I'm insulting her. But the same person I asked plus 1 plus 3, she's confused. She said, somebody says, sir, this one is plus 5 now. So now the same guy that said I insulted him, the same guy I asked 2 minus 1, that gave me the answer. I asked the same person minus 1 plus 2, was not able to answer it. Now look at this. He was not able to answer it. And I was not trying to let you know that. Don't you know that this thing is also the same thing with this? What you are seeing here is also what? The same with this. Do you understand? You see the way I've just changed it. You understand? The way I've just changed it. I don't really call this additional subtraction of signs. It's actually additional subtraction of number. But you know why I target this topic? I target it by myself, this topic. I just target it so that people understand. Because this aspect now is giving many people problem. If you just ask somebody now, minus 9 plus 8, you see confusion. Do you understand? They cannot see somebody. You not ask somebody now, minus 9 plus 8. You just cover that they cannot answer it. Many people, even SS3 class, SS3, many SS2 students cannot answer this thing. Many SS2 cannot answer this thing. Do you understand? So now let us go. I don't want to waste time, so I'll be giving the code on how to solve this. Very simple. What you will try to understand here, just look at the code now. What you will try to understand here is this. Whenever you are subtracting, just write it down, note. Write it down. Whenever you are subtracting a higher number from a smaller number, your answer must be a negative answer. Whenever you are subtracting a higher number from a smaller number, your answer must be a negative answer. That is to say, your answer must carry minus. When we say something is negative, it means it is carrying minus. Do you understand? Even in science, charge, when we talk about negative charge, that is plus charge. Talk about positive charge, plus charge. Talk about negative charge, minus charge. Understand? So your answer must be what? A negative. Anytime you are subtracting a higher number from a smaller number, your answer must be what? Must be a negative answer. Do you understand? Let's go for example, e.g., let's see 1 minus 2. Look at this. Look at this. If we say 1 minus 2, that will say subtracting 2 from 1. Is it possible? It's not possible. So for you to subtract 2 from 1, then you must have to borrow 1. You understand? To have 0 when you minus the 2. So you cannot give somebody 2 when you don't have 2. You are having 1 and you want to give somebody 2. You must go and borrow 1. So that one you borrow now is minus. So minus means I am owing. Plus means I have. Do you understand? But I don't want to teach it like that because that one is even confusing. If I want to teach it that way now, it is confusing. So I don't want to teach it like this. Now, in this one now, if I have 1 minus 2, now you will discover that 2 cannot be subtracted from 1 because 2 is higher than what? 1. So the answer will be minus 1. Do you understand? Because before you can subtract 2 from 1, you must borrow 1. Do you understand? So it will be what? Minus 1. Now, another shortcut, another code again is this. Whenever you are subtracting a smaller number from a higher number, your answer must be a positive answer. Do you understand? Whenever you are subtracting a smaller number from a higher number, your answer must be what? A positive answer. Do you understand? So, like for example, 2 minus 1 is what? 1. Or plus. Or what? Plus. How many know that plus is the same thing as plus 1? Okay, let me call it plus 1. Now, what is this one? If I have 3 minus 6. Now, look at this one again now. In this one now, 3. You are subtracting 6 from 3. And 6 is higher than what? 3. So the answer will be what? Minus 3. So it must carry minus. Do you understand? Now, but if we now have 6 minus 3, in this one now you're not subtracting a smaller number from a higher number. The answer will not be what? 3 or plus 3. Do you understand? Very good. So that is it. So when you are subtracting a higher number from a smaller number, your answer will be a negative answer. And when you are subtracting a smaller number from a higher number, your answer will be what? A positive answer. Do you understand? So this is another code. Whenever you are given numbers that has plus and minus, rearrange. Bring the one with plus to the front. Take the one with minus to the what? To the back. Do you understand? No. Whenever you are given numbers, 2 numbers that has plus and minus, that is, the other number has plus, the other one has minus. Whenever you are given numbers like this, rearrange. Do you understand? Rearrange. Bring the one with plus to the front and take the one with minus to the what? To the back. Do you understand? Like for example, if I have minus 4 plus 2. Example. If I have minus 4 plus what? Plus 2. Now the what I want to do now is what? Rearrange. Bring plus 2 to the front. Take minus 4 to the what? To the back. That will say, I'll now make it plus 2 minus what? 4. Do you understand? Plus 2 minus 4. Within you will understand that this is something as 2 minus 4. Do you understand? Because whether there is plus in these 2 or there is no plus in these 2, it is what? 2. Do you understand? So, you don't understand. So, if I now ask you now, 2 minus 4 is now what? Minus 2. So, you know that what I've just asked you now is what? 2 minus 4, which is what? Minus 2. So, in other words, I'm trying to tell you now that minus 4 plus 2 is equal to what? Minus 2. Do you understand? That's what I'm trying to say. So, this is how to solve it. You don't have to kill yourself. So, when it is minus 4 plus 2, just bring the plus to the front and take the minus to the what? To the back. In your heart, that whether there is plus here or there is no plus here, it is 2. You understand? So when you have understand this within you, you will now know that it is 2 minus 4. So which is minus 2. So in the same way, if I say ask you a question like this, if I ask you a question like this, let me use example 2. If I ask you minus 2 plus 5. I see this one now. Minus 2 what? Plus 5. Now the same thing I'm going to do. You will bring the one that has plus to the front. Take the one that has minus to the what? To the back. Do you understand? So when you have done this, you will now understand within you that that one that has plus is the same thing as that number. So it is now plus 5 minus what? 2. Do you understand? Now you understand in your heart now that this plus 5 is same as 5. Do you understand? Then minus what? 2, which is what? 3. Do you understand? So that will say that minus 2 plus 5 is what? 3. 3 or plus 3. Do you understand? 3 or what? Or plus 3. Do you understand? So that is it. Now, another one is when the two numbers are carrying minus, the answer will always come in what? In minus. And when the two numbers are carrying plus, the answer will always come in what? In plus. Do you understand? And for example, if we have, that is example 3 now. If we have minus 2 minus 4, minus 2 what? Minus 4. See, minus 2 minus 4 is not the same thing as minus 2 times minus 4. Do you understand? In this one, there is multiplication demarcating them. Or some of this measure. It's not the same thing as minus 2 and minus 4. You know, this thing now, with these two brackets, it means that minus 2 is also multiply minus 4. Do you understand? I'm coming to the use of brackets. How to use brackets in mathematics. That is the next one I will teach. When I'm done with this one, that is the next one. How to use brackets in mathematics. You understand? So I'm coming for that one. So you understand that this minus 2 minus 4 is not minus 2 times minus 4. They are not the same thing. You understand? If you have minus 2 minus 4, you know what that means? It means I removed two things. And I also removed 4 things. How many have I removed now? I removed 2 things and also removed 4 things. How many did I remove? 6. Do you understand? If you remove 4, remove 2, you have removed what? 6. Do you understand? So it means the answer is what? Minus 6. Do you understand? Minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6. So when their answers, when the two numbers are carrying minus minus, the answer will be minus. When they are carrying plus plus, the answer will be plus. Now watch this. Another example, if you have plus 2 plus 4, I see it now. You will also